What's up, everybody? This is Danny Trades. So I had a couple views over the weekend, so that's the first views that are not me on this channel. So hey, it's a celebration in and of itself. But we're going to be looking at this is just something I do every Sunday. I'm just going to take a look at possibly what my next moves are going to be, possible trades, possible shorts, whatever we're going to be looking at tomorrow. I'm going to be picking my top two out of my watch list that I'm going to be paying attention tomorrow. But first things first, I'm going to be looking at where Nasdaq futures are. Looks like they're in the green, 11%, or excuse me, 0.11%. So nothing too significant, but still up on a nice little upward trend. Yeah, and take a look at the economic calendar, see if we have any big fundamental reports happening. IHS new home sales will be a little bit on Tuesday. FOMC minutes not going to happen. Crude oil inventories might affect us a little bit, but don't really focus too much on trading oil right now. So anything oil related, initial claims will probably be a little bit. Pending home sales, GDP will probably be a pretty big deal. So yeah, we're kind of, looks like we need to take a little bit of caution this week, especially on Thursday. And probably Thursday and Tuesday. So tomorrow will be good. No major fundamentals coming out. So let's look at the charts. And I just like to look at SPY and QQQ, which, if you don't know, triple Q there is ETF of the Nasdaq 100. And I just like it because it pairs well with the TQs and SQs. So looking at this, still in a upward trending bullish market. I'm still of the opinion that the market, both Nasdaq and the S&P, are definitely due for a little bit of a pullback. We've had a good strong month here of May, so it's good to see. But I don't think I'm going to be taking any day trades tomorrow. Let's see if QQQ breaks this trend, then I might go short on SQQQ, which, if you don't know, SQs are the inverse 3 times ETF, the bear ETF of QQQ. So pretty cool because you can short the market, but you don't have to pay shorting fees. So I like doing that. So I'm going to set it an alert for that break below right there. And then I'm going to give myself a little note. Alert short. So that would just indicate it would first have to break through the EMA on the 1 hour chart, and then it would just have to break that trend line, which is pretty good confirmation that it's going to be retracing probably back to the moving average, or at least to the bottom of this channel. So probably not something I'm going to be crazy focused on tomorrow, but just a preliminary plan. Let's make sure it's in the right spot. So then we're just going to run down the watch list. AMD still on a same thing, super bullish trend, definitely due for a pullback. It is on this trend right here, and kind of same criteria. If it comes back down to here, we'll see which way it goes. I'm not really too worried about this. Yeah, it's probably looking good for a short, actually, especially if we get up here. I got these alerts set already, so we'll see what happens with this, if it breaks above there, if it breaks below. So definitely have a good winning record with AMD, especially last week. Took a few very profitable trades with AMD. Amazon I mostly just keep track of for my investment position in my Robinhood account, but I'm actually not holding any right now. I just sold it made a, I think it was a 7% gain. It's somewhere over here. I don't want this tool. I want my line right here. I guess it wasn't from there, but I just sold it, so I'm gonna wait for it to drop back down before I buy more. And then I'll probably just hold that forever. And then American Airlines, my favorite position right now. Once again, like I covered in previous videos, and my trade recap, just got our stop loss set for this to break below this support level right here. I'm thinking about moving this support level, just stop loss down to here. Just a matter of whether I can tolerate that pullback or not, which I'm not sure, but probably the wise thing to do is just tolerate that. If it does, it still has a good chance of just bouncing off this support and continuing, but either way, it's Gucci. Nobody, it's still doing what I want it to do. It's still within the realm of doing what I want it to do. So worst thing that could happen is it'll break down here, and I'll get stopped out, but it has this support level to save it, it has this trend to save it, it has the moving average to save it even before the break of trend. So not too worried about that. And Apple, taking a look at this, I like to draw have my support and resistance as gray, just so they don't detract from anything right here, any of the candles I mean. So nothing too special here, kind of the same story as everything else. Gold is something I want to be interested in tomorrow because it's sold off. It's definitely due for a pretty sizable bounce. And if you're just like watching me, like what is he doing going back and forth between all these time frames? Well, I'm just trying to zoom in and out. I mainly trade on the 1 hour time frame. I usually hold my trades for 4 to 6 days. Excuse me, 4 to 6 days. But I like to get down on the 5 and the 1 to really pinpoint my entries and really pinpoint my exits. So I'm looking at this 1 hour time frame. See, we got a big sell off here. I'm just like, okay, it bounced right here. How strong is that bounce? So I'm going to zoom in on it on the 5, and then it's really hard to draw these head and shoulders patterns or double bottoms or anything else with the stock that is this low in volume, because it's just there's not enough liquidity here to actually really make the data relevant. But that being said, that meets the rules for a head and shoulders pattern in my book. So we do have head and shoulders right there, kind of stayed flat. No big, what I like to call fuck you moves, where it just comes off of here like this and pulls back. If you were trading extremely aggressively on a head and shoulders pattern, they have these big fuck you moves where it's just like, hey, we're going to take out your stop just to free up some liquidity and eventually move the market up. So we had this consolidation, then it wanted to go up. So it's seeing a lot of good little pop-ups here, and this is just barely on an upward trend. So I'm going to keep an eye on this tomorrow for sure, and see how big of a bounce it's going to have. So we're going to set our alert for breaking above here. And now I'm going to look at just how likely it is to keep on selling off. See if we got anything here. Ooh. Okay, so Webull is calling out a megaphone top right here, and it looks like it fulfilled about half of that. So I'm going to write myself a note on this one. Like I've said before, the Webull technical callouts aren't always accurate, but they're definitely worth paying attention to. So short term, trade only, small position size only, play the bounce. And when I say the bounce, I'm going to say from the 1742 level. So that'll just help me not to get carried away. I'm gonna put that right there where I can see it. Yeah. So, already talked about QQQ. NVIDIA is probably, it's kind of in the same boat as AMD, Apple, and everything else. So this is one of the drawbacks to my watch list right now. I'm trying to keep my watch list as small as possible because I can't focus on so many stocks, especially when they're all moving differently. So yeah, a lot of the stocks on my watch list move kind of the same. So that's just kind of no news there. Probably due for a pullback also, but yeah, just clean this up. Extend these trend lines a little bit, which, by the way, the ascending uptrend pattern is, of course, the most kindergarten ABC pattern you could possibly trade, but why would you not trade it? That's just too easy to make money. So what I'm going to be looking for here is a pullback to that trend line and not even worry about it. So Pepsi. So last time I talked about Pepsi, I had 12 shares shorted. And I was leaving work and I was just like, that's $25 on the table. I'm going to be pissed if I will miss out on that. So I just took some profits. I closed out about 3/4 of my position. What I'm thinking is, my justification for that was, this is probably going to bounce back up here like this. It might even go higher. And then it's going to start selling off pretty steep. Probably look something like that. And why do I think that? Because this is a very, very consistent stock. It has these big runs up, big runs down. And I'm thinking it's going to look something like this one right here. Okay, short here. And then it comes all the way back up here. That's what I'm trying to avoid. Could look something more like this one, where all right, I have my position here, and then it's come back here. I make $20 here on the bounce, and then I'm going to stack up again right here. When I say stack up, I mean take a large short position. So yeah, that's pretty much it on that. So I got this play pretty firmly set in my head, so I don't really need to write any notes for it. But I'm not going to set any alerts for it either. I like to minimize my alerts, but yeah, so that's the plan on that one. TQ, same thing as QQQ, not really looking for anything. Just zoom in here on the 5. Yeah, I'm probably not going to take any trades there. I've really been trying to shy away from day trading lately because I have these big positions with American Airlines and Pepsi, and with the size of account I'm trading, it's just really not worth it to get into a day trade with, I'll have like $1,000 worth of shares to buy, and if it works out perfectly, it's like $10, and it's like, all right, that day trade is not really worth that. So if I take a bigger position, if I need that day trade for like getting stopped out on American Airlines position, like that, if I have 3-4 grand on the line, I need that day trade, right, to get stopped out, to save me from those big pullbacks, or when things don't go my way. So SPY is kind of on a nice upward trend here. This actually might not look bad for a swing trade, but I don't like it. It's too steep. Yeah, it's just too steep. I don't know. I really can't say why I don't like it, but I just don't. I don't trade the 15-minute that often. I want to, because it would really be perfect for my 4-day average, which, as noted by TraderView, my stats on TraderView, 4 days my average hold time. but the 15-minute is just not a popular time frame, so it kind of holds less weight. I don't really think that many people use it, so kind of scared to trust it. But SoFi, which we have this open position on SoFi, yeah, that one's already set. It's just either going to go or it's not going to go. If I think it's going to make a bigger move, which it might, this is another one where Webull has those projections that it's going to sell off more, so I'm not looking to hold that for super long. Starbucks is just kind of like see what it's going to do trade. It has plenty of recovery potential, and I'm just going to hold it and see what it does. And if I get stopped out, it's only a couple bucks, so nothing too crazy. There's yeah, it doesn't really look like anything crazy is gonna happen tomorrow. I'm not too worried. I'm just probably gonna watch the market, maybe practice some paper trading tomorrow. If anything, I'm gonna focus on shorting AMD because it has probably the most pullback potential, especially if I short swing it, you know, and it goes back even to the moving average. It's a very nice return there. So anyways, that's it for my watch list tonight. Still good on the month. Yeah, haven't been trading for the past couple days, so obviously because it's been the weekend, but we're sitting pretty with 2 day trades, and we're green on our P&L. So yeah, I believe that's about it. And for anybody who doesn't know, this is like I've been trading for about, what has it been, 2 or 3 years now. Probably only since the past 5 months have I really been trying to take this seriously. And I want to take it seriously because you know, I have more money I can put in my trading account. At any point, I can put in, you know, 25 grand and be free of this PDT rule, but I haven't proven to myself that I can be consistently profitable. So I set this goal for myself to grow this account to 5K, and at that point I'll deposit my 20K and I'll be free of PDT, and hopefully I can make some real money then. But there's no reason why I would put that much money in a trading account unless I knew that I was consistently profitable. So that's the whole point of this challenge. So anyways, that's about it. I don't know if anybody's actually watching this, but if you ever do, hopefully a little bit of my thought process is helpful. I really don't like to overcomplicate my trading. I like to keep it super simple. And I guess that's it for today. Please drop a like or subscribe. You'll be my first subscriber if you subscribe today, so that would be awesome. And leave a comment. Tell me that I suck. Tell me that I'm awesome. Give me some love or whatever. Just shoot any comment. But super glad to have this trading journal, this video trading journal, and hopefully somebody watches it. Thank you very much, and God bless.